Hi BC, I had a minute so I thought I'd make you a video. Now, these are questions off of the AP exam. They won't necessarily be like this for our in-class test, but it's really good to go over this. So, anytime it says what is the sum, so 1, 2, and 3 are all going to be geometric series with, there's a formula for that, right? So what's the sum of a geometric series formula? Look it up, or you should have it memorized, right? But it's going to be A, which is the coefficient, divided by 1 minus R. All right, this doesn't look like a geometric series the way it is now. I feel like I'm crooked. Is the video crooked? Ooh, I don't know. Sorry if it is. All right. Let's see, where do I have room? Let's go down here. So the first thing we need to do is split this into two. Okay, so I'm going to split it into two like this. And what we really have now, this the 2 doesn't have the power of n, so 2 actually becomes the coefficient of that geometric series, and our common ratio is 1 over 5. So see, now it's a times r to the power of n, and then and these are all sigmas, okay? Now the 3 does have the n, so the a for this one is just 1, and then the r is 3/5, like that, okay? You see the ratio is both less than 1, so it will converge if r is less than 1. So since they converge, we can find the sum. So the sum of this will be 2 over 1 minus 1/5 plus 1 over 1 minus 3/5. Okay. 2 divided by, now 1 is 5/5, so 5/5 minus 1/5 is 4/5, plus 1 over 1 minus 3/5 would be 2 over 5. All right, I'm trying my best to have enough room here, but this is going to be 2 divided by 4/5, which means 2 times 5 over 4, which is 10 over 4. We're going to add that to 5 halves, which if we get a common denominator here, we have 10 plus 10 is 20 over 4. Wait, oh, the lights are so annoying. Is 5. Now, looking at the beginning, would you ever have come up with 5? I would not have. So you have to identify that it's a geometric series, rewrite it as a geometric series, which is a times r to the n. It has to converge, and then you can use the sum formation, or sum formula. Okay, ready? Let's do another one. Now, does 3 have the power of n? No. So 3 goes in front, and then what does r? This has to be equal, you guys, so it's not magic. It has to be equal. So 5's in the denominator, so it's 1/5, like that. So a is 3, r is 1/5, so the sum will be 3 divided by 1 minus 1/5, which is 3 over 4/5, which is 3 times 5 over 4, 15 over 4, and I got the wrong answer. So let's go back and see what the heck I did wrong. A R da 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 da. Okay, what does n start with? 2. And normally that doesn't matter, but this is a formula if n began at 0. That's the total sum. Okay, so this is going to be funny. Ready? We're going to have to take our total sum, and we're going to have to subtract n equals 0 and subtract n equals 1. Huh? What? Okay, when n equals 0, we get 3 over 5 to the 0, which is 3/5. It's 3, oh, Katie, sorry. It's 3 over 1, right? Anything in power 0 is 1, so this is 3. and when n equals 1, that's when we get 3/5. So this is the total sum if we went from 0 to infinity. So we're taking our total sum and we're subtracting a sub 0 and a sub 1. This is interesting, yeah? Sorry, I was surprised. What would that common denominator be? It would be 20. So 15 times 5 is 75. This is all over 20. Minus 60, because we have to do 3 times 20, minus 12, because 4 times 5 is 20. So 75 minus 60 is 15, minus 12 is 3 over 20. Fun. Again, another surprise. Okay, this is supposed to be my beautiful answer key, and it is so ugly. The first time I do math, you know, it's pretty ugly, but that's why I do every problem many, many times. All right, you should too. This again is not in geometric form, so you need to fix it. So we're going to rewrite it as 1/2 squared to the power of n, because it's a multiplication, right? So that's power of a power. Now what is 1/2 squared? We know what that is, right? We could just square the 1 and the 2 and we get 1/4. Now is it in geometric form? Yes, a equals 1, r equals 1/4, so the sum will equal 1 over 1 minus 1/4. So that would be 1 over 3/4, which means the sum is, oh my gosh, it's not here. It's not here. Our answer 4/3 isn't here. Why not? That's the total sum. If we started at 0, what do we need to do? Where did we start? We started at 1. So we need to take our total sum and subtract a sub 0. What is a sub 0? If we plug in 0, we get 1/4 to the 0, which is the number 1. So a sub 0 is 1. So 4/3 minus 3/3 is 1/3. And that's the correct answer. All right, so those are, you could see the AP level there on finding the sum. All right, I'm halfway through the video. Let's see. Which of the following are true statements? If this converges conditionally, then the alternating series converges. This is true by the alternating series test. If the absolute value of a series converges, then this converges. This is also true. If the limit equals 0, then the alternating series converges. Is that all of the alternating series? This is really testing your knowledge of the alternating series. Note is missing, so false. In order for the alternating series test to be true, the next term must be less than the previous term. So this one, only 1 and 2 are true, and that's testing your knowledge of the convergence and divergence theorems. The sum of the infinite geometric series. Okay, this is another sum, so same as 1, 2, and 3, except they didn't give us the what the formula is. We have to write it ourselves. We don't have to write it. We get to write it. Okay. What do you notice is in every one we see a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2. So we're going to start with a 2, right? And if you factor that 2 out, then we get a 1, we get a negative 1/3, we get a positive 1/9, we get a negative 1/27, and then those are powers of 3. 3 to the 0, 3 to the 1, 3 to the 2, 3 to the 3. But we do have an alternating series. But we could just put that in with our base here. So it's 1, 3, there. Sorry, was that not in the screen? There you go. Okay, so A is 2 and our ratio is negative 1/3. So we have the sum will equal 2 over 1 minus negative 1/3. 2 over 1 plus 1/3 is 4/3. That's 2 times 3 over 4. And the 2 and the 4 reduce to 3/2. And that is the correct answer. Okay, 5 more minutes. Not sure if I'll be able to finish, but we're going to try. Which of the following series is convergent? Even though we spent so much time memorizing all of these wonderful tests, okay, we spent all that time. You guys, sometimes you can just write it out to see if it's convergent or not. So if we have -1 and n equals 1, -1 squared would be 1. And then you put n equals 2. Well, that would be -1. And then n equals 3, n equals 4, n equals 5. Okay, so if you have a series that's going from 1 to -1 to 1 to -1 to 1 to -1, is that converging or diverging? That is diverging. It's oscillating and it is not approaching a single number. So by the nth term test, okay? What about this one? Let's plug in 1. So -1 squared is 1 times 1 is 1. Let's plug in 2. -1, 2 plus 1, so that's going to be negative. And then we have a 2. And then if you plug in 3, we get plus 3. Plug in 4, minus 4. You could also do the alternating series test. And the alternating series test, well, we could do it just by looking at it. Are you ready? Is the next term less than the previous term? Is 2 less than 1? No. So this diverges because it fails the alternating series test. All right, let's do this one. We can do, let's see, the nth power, so we can do the nth root test. So if we take the limit as n approaches infinity of the nth root of 1 plus of this, let's see here, we get the limit as n approaches infinity, 1 plus n over n. This is 1 over 1, so that is going to equal 1. Oh no, that's inconclusive. Oh, shapoopy. Okay, how else should we do this? We're going to compare it. We could compare it. Let's compare it to the harmonic series. So, because we always know that that diverges. So, 1 over n will be less than this, because this is a bunch of junk raised to a power of n. And we know that this diverges, so the bigger one will also diverge. So actually none of these converge. Okay, 2 minutes. Are these... This one, you guys, I don't even feel like this belongs in this section, but it is. Which of the following is growing faster? It's this one, because E equals 2.7, and then that is a larger base. So, I don't know, it's kind of funny, right? Let's see. Let's do number 8. Let A, B, and C be sequences of positive integers such that for all positive integers, okay, so A is less than B is less than C, if B converges. So we know B is converging, which is good. Is the lesser series going to converge? Yes, that's the direct comparison test, and we always drew that picture. Will C converge? We don't know. Maybe it could, but it's not guaranteed. Okay. What about A plus B converging? Think about that. Well, if two series both converge, then their sum does converge. So that's a yes. That was in properties. So 1 and 2 only, because 1 and 3 only, because number 2 is inconclusive. All right, that's pretty good.